The smoky scent of grilled meat drifted through the Houston air, pulling customers toward Bennett's Smokehouse and Grill. People drove hours for its burgers, swearing nothing in Texas came close. But beneath the sizzling patties and smiling service hid a nightmare no one could imagine. This wasn't just a restaurant, it was a slaughterhouse. And the chef's secret ingredient? Human flesh. His final victim? His own wife. This is the story of Marcel Bennett, the charming Texas chef who turned his kitchen into a killing ground and fed his crimes to an entire city. Marcel Bennett was born into a family of butchers. His father, Clyde, ran a meat processing plant with a side business in illegal dealings. From childhood, Marcel learned not just how to break down an animal, but how to make anything disappear. Sometimes, the deliveries to the back door weren't livestock, and Marcel knew better than to ask. When Clyde mysteriously vanished, Marcel inherited his skills, money, and taste for secrecy. But instead of reopening the plant, he opened Bennett's Smokehouse and Grill in Houston's 5th Ward. Soon, locals raved about his burgers, tender, juicy, and with a flavor no one could match. They didn't know why. Marcel met Renee when she was a young waitress. He swept her into a life of luxury and control. Over the years, he imposed strange rules. Never go near the walk-in freezer. Never ask about the meat's source. It wasn't until Renee's cousin, Lisa, went missing that doubt turned to fear. Lisa had been asking questions about Marcel's special flavor days before she vanished. One night, while Marcel was passed out drunk, Renee took his keys and entered the forbidden freezer. Inside, she found vacuum-sealed packages labeled not beef or pork, but left arm, thigh, torso. On a blood-soaked table sat Lisa's gold bracelet. In that freezing air, Renee realized her husband had been serving human flesh to his customers. Renee tried to act normal, planning to go to the police in the morning. But Marcel read people too well. The next day, when she confronted him, he didn't deny it. Instead, he smiled, asked what she planned to do, and attacked. Within minutes, Renee lay dead on the kitchen floor. Marcel butchered her like he had done with others, sealed the cuts, and introduced a new, limited-time burger special. Customers devoured it, praising its rich, buttery taste, never knowing they were eating his wife. Weeks later, a health inspector named Andrew Frankie, new to the job and unwilling to take bribes, opened the walk-in freezer. The smell was overwhelming. Inside were packages labeled Renee, thigh, arm. The truth unraveled fast. DNA linked at least a dozen missing people to Marcel's meat supply. The real number was likely higher. In court, the judge asked why he did it. Marcel's answer froze the room. People loved my food. That's all that matters. He was sentenced to death. On execution day, his last meal request was a single rare steak. Before the injection, he looked at the witnesses and said, "You all loved my food, and you'll never know how much of it was me." The restaurant was destroyed, but the horror lived on. Former customers struggled with the thought that they'd eaten human flesh. Some swore off meat forever. Others sought therapy. The Bennett case became a grim reminder. The most dangerous predators aren't always in the shadows. Sometimes, they're smiling behind the counter, handing you your next meal.